Alright, and here we go. Did a couple of games off camera, and so, yeah, looking... Well, with this one, if it goes well, we'll probably break into the top 1,000 on the ranked ladder, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, we've got a Clefairy, Kali Shadow, Terapagos team. Oof, this is basically all the support for Terapagos and Kali Shadow, which means that Urshifu is definitely coming to this particular game. As is Calyrex, as is Wide Guard. Yeah, that's pretty much it right there. Yeah. So, yeah. Do I really need? I mean, do I want everything else? Absolutely want everything else. Am I going to find benefit from having everything else? Not really, I guess. So I think we're going to lead with those two. Well. Yeah, I like those two as a lead. And the reason that I like those two as a lead is because it puts a lot of offensive pressure right off the bat on the opponent. So depending on the direction that they decided they were going to go, we can either just go full offense, or if they have some redirection, we can take things a little bit slower, look to get Calyrex onto the field safely, then Terrestrialize after like a fake out turn or a final Gambit turn has been burned. And then we move into Trick Room from there. That is the thought process, and let's see what they got. Okay, so it's Annihilate and the Turtle. Cool. Cool. Alright, so I think the solution for this particular round is we get the Hadron Engine out, and we're actually I'm just gonna drop a Parabolic Charge. Because if they, and we're going to detect, because if they go for the, if they go for an immediate Terra, that's great. We might get off a little bit of damage depending on what they decide to do. If they decide not to Terra, that works fine. Coaching. I guess. I don't know if I necessarily dig that. Yeah, like, we'll see. Okay, so the entire goal of that particular turn was just to break the Terra Shell, which we just did. And we also put some serious damage into that Annihilate, which is great. That is a Scarfed Annihilate, because it outran the Miraidon. Because I'm pretty sure that even absolute max speed... yeah, I'm pretty sure absolute max speed... Annihilate doesn't outrun base Miraidon. I could be wrong about that, though. I actually... You know, I've never sat down and done that calculation. So that could be a fun one to do at some point, just to see. Anyway, though, yeah, so they're definitely going for the... Let's put all the buffs on the Terapagos and see what happens, which is why we're just going to chuck a Terra Dark Wicked Blow into it before it really has a chance to do anything with all those buffs. Yep, so there's just another coaching. That's neat, that's great, that's cool. I see where you're going with it, and I respect it, so I'm going to blow it up before it gets a chance to do anything. Have an Electro Drift with the Electric Terrain active. That will do a lot of damage despite your +1. And then have a Wicked Blow. Terra Dark Wicked Blow, too. Go away, Mr. Turtle. Poof! There we go. So yes, the reason for the Wicked Blow specifically rather than a close combat is because the Wicked Blow is going to crit through any stat boosts that they put on the thing. Yeah, just no. I do not want to let that reach its final form. We are not messing around with that particular option here. Okay, so similar drill actually to turn 1. We're just going to drop a Parabolic Charge again. And I'm going to protect the Urshifu because we still have a Focus Sash intact. So that Focus Sash could very well be our win con against the Calyrex Shadow if it ends up getting out of hand here, which it very well might. We'll see. I expect that they most likely have a Focus Sash of their own on said Kali Shadow. Ooh, that's okay. Okay, I see. I see it, and I've run it in the past. I definitely see the benefits to it keeping the... Yep, okay. There's another coaching. Well, we'll at least remove the Annihilate. And it will give it a +1 defense. So yeah, that Wicked Blow might be important again. Okay, there's the Protect, keeping Urshifu safe. Yep, here goes Parabolic Charge. Again, so that should pick up the KO on the Annihilate. Should break the Focus Sash on the Calyrex. And let's see what their last Pokemon is. If it's a Clefairy, it is the Clefairy. Okay, so it is the Clefairy. What we need to do here is we're going to throw an Electro Drift into the Clefairy, specifically to look to pick up the knockout into the Clefairy and get rid of the Friend Guard. We're again rotating Urshifu out to keep the Focus Sash intact, putting Araquanid in because as fantastic as she is still arguably the most expendable of our Pokemon. She also has phenomenal special defense. As you can see, didn't even drop out of the green despite taking a Terra Grass Giga Drain from a Calyrex Shadow Rider. So again, the overall goal of this is we just want to take apart their team in a very piecemeal fashion. Just Endeavor. What is that? Well, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I didn't know Clefairy learned Endeavor. Anyway, we're going to put out a Wide Guard now and drop a Parabolic Charge. If they predict that and go for the... okay. Fine, I guess I won't pick up the knockout there. I wouldn't be surprised if they go for an Astral Barrage this turn. Astral Barrage, of course, into the Wide Guard. Nope, just another Giga Drain. Okay. Well, this Calyrex is very interested in Giga Draining. Fortunately, that Assault Vest is out here doing work along with that just naturally defensive bulk on the Miraidon. Natural defensive bulk, specifically the Dragon typing, which we did not Terra out of, so it is continuing to preserve our Miraidon in this game. I suspect they have another offensive move. I could be wrong. Like, this might be a Giga Drain, Astral Barrage, Nasty Plot, Protect set. I guess I'd be a little surprised if they didn't have another offensive move. At least that's how I've always preferred to run this. But we're going to put up another Wide Guard and just throw out another Parabolic Charge. Because the goal here is to get that Clefairy down. Because once Clefairy is down, then we're for all intents and purposes, we're gaming at that point. We get the Clefairy down, then Urshifu can pretty successfully 1v1 that Calyrex because of the intact Focus Sash. So, yeah. Here goes the Parabolic Charge. It did not pick up the KO on the Clefairy. We'll see what the Clefairy decides to do from here. We're up to all of 63 HP. Endeavor into my Araquanid. She might not appreciate that very much. She really might not. Okay, well, we've spammed Wide Guard for the past several turns. So I feel like it's time to mix things up a little bit. Click Parabolic Charge again. Should I go into Calyrex? Nah, never mind. Do I really need to mix things up that badly? No. So, yes, as much as I was very tempted to mix things up, no, I don't need to mix things up. The game plan remains the same. All I need to do is knock out the stupid Clefairy, because as soon as the Follow Me is gone, Urshifu will win the game. The Wide Guard comes out, it successfully stops the Calyrex's Astral Barrage. Parabolic Charge comes out. We finally knock out the Clefairy. Oh, that was actually very amusing. Okay, there we go. That's good. So, in case you were wondering, Wide Guard is, personally, I think, if you have to pick a single support move in this particular regulation, Wide Guard is the one to pick. Why? Because it shuts down so many significant area of effect moves. It'll shut down Glacial Lance, it'll shut down Astral Barrage, it'll shut down Water Spout, Origin Pulse, so many different moves. You can just break down the opposing team with that Wide Guard. or at least you can deny them some of their single most offensive options, which is why in this case the opponent was forced to actually down our Wide Guard Pokemon. Alright, cool. And that basically concludes the game. The reason that I say that is because Urshifu is here now. We still have the Focus Sash intact. And we have 8 Sucker Punches. And there we go. We're going to pick it up on the first opportunity. Bop! And bye-bye. Thank you very much, my opponent. That was a good game. Yeah, Wide Guard just has the ability to significantly impact the amount of damage that the restricted Pokemon can do with their very, very strong spread moves. So having Wide Guard, or at least being able to threaten Wide Guard, very important. Sure, it's not useful into some stuff like Koraidon. Koraidon generally doesn't care. I think it only has access to a couple of spread moves and they're not super high damage. But into a lot of the other restricteds, it does matter. It does matter quite a bit. So yeah, that would be the takeaway for today. Now, let's see where that got us in terms of the... or takeaway for this video. Yeah, there we go. Boom. Broke into the top 1,000 on the rank ladder. Fantastic. We're punching 992. And yeah, so now it's time to get started in earnest. Really making the rest of that climb all the way up to rank number 1. So yeah, thank you for watching today's video. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you next time.